Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to LA Noire. Now there's a problem here that up until this point I've only been recording in a run. So one day back to back. Even at that, I suppose I wasn't really doing a great job with solving the cases. Unfortunately, now that there's been enough time for me to have slept for a night, I don't even remember what the case is that we're doing. I do remember that we had plans to go and do this street crime. Let's see. Clear this street crime from the minimap, question mark. Mark the street crime on the minimap. I don't even know what the button would be to clear it from the minimap. So, okay, now thinking about this is the wife probably stabbed the husband and then he stumbled in front of the car. But we don't even really need to deal with that.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Alright, so we don't want to go back to Ray's Cafe yet. Come on, map. Set as destination.
You're behind the wheel.
There we go. And we'll take a little bit of a break, even though I've already taken a break. So it seems
Car 11K responding. Go ahead.
11K also needs assistance. 540.
Army surplus.
I don't know what you're talking about. We weren't doing nothing.
I've seen you little sons of bitches prowling around my store. I'll show you. I'll teach you not to.
Sir, drop the weapon. You've been drinking, sir. You don't really want to.
3 times I've been robbed. Ain't nothing gets done about it.
Interesting turn.
Look out, more of them. Put them down.
It seems like we could have maybe talked our way through that.
Let's see if you can put one between your eyes.
Find some cover.
And this cover system sucks so bad. Where'd he go? Trying to not shoot my partner in the process.
King calling KGPL. I've been involved in a shooting. Suspects are down. Need an ambulance to 540 West 9th Street. It's code 4. Notify a supervisor in the corner.
Roger, 11K. All units be advised, suspects are down at 540 West 9th Street. Shooting at Uncle Sam's Army surplus is code 4.
That is actually rather amazing for a video game. The line of dialogue he just said, he reported himself, he's following the book, he's saying I was involved in the shooting, notifies my supervisor, like things you would hope police would do always, and things that at least in TV and movies you don't really ever see. But boy, was that a short experience. It feels like there should have been some negotiation, some talking there, some way to de-escalate the solution, and then if I failed at de-escalating the solution, then maybe a shootout. But it would be nice to play your way and not be forced into a shootout.
You believe him?
I believe he didn't mow down the victim on purpose. The rest of it stinks. His boo-hoo story about being a surveyor and not wanting to lose his license.
Well, we'll see how he enjoys surveying the same tiny room for the next 10 years of his life. You make a mistake, You face the consequences. You don't run off and hide like some little girl hoping it'll all go away.
People make bad decisions in the heat of the moment.
Well, I'd like to see him try that one on the judge. If he had time to clock who was at the scene, he had time to make a choice.
So, interesting, we didn't get any of that dialogue when we decided to go to the side mission. So we've already screwed up once. It's kind of pointless to use intuition points right now. Also, let's see, we're at 4. Next rank reward is a Sunset Strip outfit. So we don't even get an intuition point in the next one, and I can't even show all clues. So in this case, it doesn't even seem like there is things to look at. And then there's just a couple of people over here. And there's nothing to even say to them. Just people standing. So we might get in the house and decide to search, and maybe eventually we will search
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
The flute that clean out of the fireplace.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson?
The faces of a lot of
about
these
my
characters and the heads
We're investigating the incident.
and the hairstyles seem
see.
a lot of
Come in,
the
Walter.
same. I could have sworn I've seen this face before. I imagine, like, what is going to happen is we're going to find out that main actors and actresses, specifically,
Probably nothing.
what's interesting here is the number of bottles, at least 4 people playing and gambling. That door is locked. And there's radios playing all over the place with background music. Although pure, like, environment setting
Doesn't look like anything.
music that just plays to set the feeling never really plays.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Let's see, there's a knife right there. And yet I can't look at that magnetic knife block. The fork.
Doesn't tell me anything.
How about the spoon?
Incidental.
Part of the problem being set in the past is there's going to be even fewer manufacturers of things. So if I say found out that the maker of this cutlery set is the same maker as the knife we found, that doesn't prove as much as you would like. I guess there's really nothing to find here.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Wow, didn't even interview her.
Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He
turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
So, let's ask about the nature of the argument. Now, let's just go in order. The game really hasn't told me if there is a specific order I should go in here. I don't think it matters.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Let's see. She's lying, but do I have something to... to question her? No, I don't, so I'll just say doubt.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Which isn't true. We saw he did try to brake.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
Well, I guess maybe he didn't
We're
have a
always
chance
arguing.
to fully brake.
So what?
Let's see. Again, this is like, I should doubt her. I have no evidence, though, of anything. So, even if I... So, even if I did say she's lying, why? Why would I say she's lying? I think that's true. They always were arguing. But I think I'm supposed to doubt. So let's doubt.
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
And see, that's the weird thing is...
You can only feel sorry for someone for so long before you begin to despise them.
Like, unless I get called on the radio or something, there's nothing else to do. Like, this story, as it is just gonna wrap up with us assuming it's a hit and run. And we surely don't feel that is the case, or I don't. Let's call the police. Ask for any
Phelps, 1247.
messages or something.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Like, look how general that statement is. Any of the cases could have been the big case. So the game just had to push us forward to their location. Otherwise, it would have just been over. And
You can drive.
the previous mission case was very much like that too. We were just sort of done. So each one of those pictures is a location we should go to, and if we were looking for landmarks. But honestly, I don't think I'd want to spend my time on that. What I do want to spend my time on is to hop in this ambulance and then hop out. Like, not very many opportunities to hop in the cars and the corner cars. So since we were here,
Didn't you ever hear of germs?
it's not a terrible system to have to hop in a car and out to unlock it. There's certainly worse systems where you have to get in the car and drive it to a garage or do some other kind of action. But ideally, I would prefer to just walk near the car. Where did it go? It just drove away. It literally drove away. With nobody in it, or it despawned.
Isn't he a cop who won the medal and is solving all the cases?
So we can't go this way. Is there anything to pick up in the office or anything? Not really. Almost got stuck thanks to my partner there. Viewing gallery, nope.
I never forget a face. In your case, I'll be glad to make an exception.
Interesting
We
statement.
can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
So what's funny there is he has suggested both the gas chamber and the electric chair. So either California has a lot of things that it executed people with, or that guy is, as a police officer, doesn't even know how California works. This is interesting because these are the clues that we could have missed on the body, which is
junk.
Which is probably a good thing that the game is going to let me come back and find them in case I need them. So I imagine I do have all the pieces. The only real question, I bet you can't hop into this. This is an interesting idea. Let's see. Can I get in the electric car? No. So you can't unlock it. You can't hop on the back. Anything like that. I had to press A to jump over that ledge. Interesting. Alright. So there might be a reason to go back to Ray's Cafe, but the other thing would be to go to Patterson's. Let's see if we can play this
You know the way.
the
You can
best possible way, and go back to Ray's Cafe and talk to people just to see if there's something that we would need to do. I imagine we don't need to do anything, and this is simply set up in case we wanted to go find some evidence that maybe we missed.
Hell? Phelps, leave him be.
And see, there's nothing here. There won't be any clues. And then there's this newspaper, which we've already seen. this back alley, which we don't have the investigation music, so there's really nothing to do here. Like, I don't want to see the same cutscene. And see, this isn't even the same guy. So it's a different bartender. So going back to Ray's Cafe proved to be useless. Fair enough.
Get this morning's edition hot off the press.
So just cause you can go back somewhere doesn't mean you're supposed to go back somewhere.
You're behind the wheel.
Some of these pictures are landmarks, some of these pictures are other things. It seems like the only pictures are kind of random. And they clearly wanted us to have to visit the place twice.
You've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna. Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand jury.
Nice of you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
So here's those same guys. And we're chasing after him. And we're either going to capture him or we're going to have to shoot him. And frankly, this game needs some penalties for not shooting and making the shot right now, because this guy is making it very dangerous for lots of people.
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now.
And I've got to aim.
Have it your
A Marriage Made in Heaven. We failed. That title was certainly appropriate.
It's too late, Sabo.
So we know
Lester could be a heel. That's a lousy.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
like I'm shooting at him. And I guess I can just end it. So there's a couple different ways this could go.
Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
And so I just killed the guy, which probably I would have killed the guy anyways. But at the end, didn't I not protect that innocent bystander?
Fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
So we missed one clue and we missed one question. And we did And apparently the case notes another visit to Ray's and you would have seen what Leroy was preparing to do to avoid jail. At what point? So there was something at Ray's and we missed it. Interesting. A slip of the tongue. Honestly, if I was going to make a game like this, I'd have a mission come out once per week, like a TV show for the first few months.
See what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
At least we start in a different office. Stolen vehicle report. And clearly, again, a lot of work done to make this office look like a real office.
I swear the more bent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe it.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. He said all fair in love and war.
Now over there is a couple of cars in the parking lot. It probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to each time just run over there and pick some cars. Like, just every single time you start a new level, hop in this and let's see if this actually unlocks anything. It does. These cars kind of look too similar is the problem. Like that's one we'd already driven. It's nice that you can get in on either side. Right. So off we go to a stolen vehicle call. Or we could look at the map and see if there is any crime to do. Oddly, no side crime. So it seems like those. We should have. No,
they're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica.
Started to have a conversation there that I don't know about. Alright, come on, give me an outfit. We've done the sharpshooter, we've done the Broderick, we've done the Golden Boy. Let's do the Sword of Justice.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I literally have no case notes right now.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
Interesting, it cut itself off. I'm glad the game never really cares about what time it is. It never asks you, what time did you show?
Get him. Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Frazer from 6 West 2nd Street.
Now, of course, this is the old style of doing car chases in
Enough games,
LA.
Phelps. Take this guy out.
Where they actually chase them and more than likely put more people in danger. Now, of course, we have more than enough technology to
Lay into his wheel arches.
followed by a helicopter. Oops, didn't know which way he was going. Following really tightly behind. Look at that back end, it's totally bent up.
All right. Maybe I'll I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get bracelets
Out
on
of the
him,
car
Phelps.
now!
I'll call it in.
And then I have to press Y to get him out.
Why did you run from us?
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with two tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
So the car.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Reselling of stolen cars, which is hardly a way to sell stolen cars, is to do it through a dealership. Let's see. You didn't hear the siren or anything? We don't have any evidence other than the stolen vehicle and the receipt. So again, let's just go through from the top.
You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna believe him.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
And so we get new clues.
This is a forgery. It's top notch. This will need to be traced.
Interesting. We'll take the ownership papers as evidence. Let's ask about his running away.
Criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
I don't have any proof of that, but like, let's see. So it's doubt.
You better give us something, Cliff. Or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky backy in the glove compartment.
How much, Cliff?
1 reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble.
Wacky backy. Marijuana. Oh, how things have changed in California since. Let's see.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
Let's look at the receipt. I guess I'm gonna say true on that.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison.
3 of 3.
Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Bag his possessions as evidence, and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, detective.
Gotta say, Grand Theft Auto again.
We need to get to Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's story.
True, but can I not use this? I can't. It's not unless the light is lit up.
You're behind the wheel.
All right. Where to?
So off we go to Coombs.
You know what? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
I guess I should have looked at the map and seen if there was a side mission I could have done. Try to get through a decent amount of them. Just so you have a realistic experience of the game, even though I could certainly edit this game down to a better experience if I took out elements and just made it a shorter experience by just doing the story. Let's see. So that's Central Police Station. This zoom is kind of worthless. Doesn't seem like there's any crimes going on right now. Anyways, it might be a case of when I have somebody drive past a street, just to have my partner drive me, there might have been an instance where a crime would have been started. But then by the time we're done doing all of the main story, there's still maybe some streets that we haven't walked driven by, so we might end up in the same breath that we're looking for landmarks. We might end up just going everywhere in the city. And if we were going to do that, there's a good chance to do that, good reason to do it after you've done the cases, so you can drive like a lunatic and hit people and do property damage.
Richard Coombs at your service. You looking to trade in a black
This
and white, boys?
looks like a famous actor.
We're investigating an auto theft. A man by the name of Cliff Harrison claims he bought.
What's funny is Cole is a famous
some
actor,
people would
and
say that my
I
cars are a
don't
steal.
recognize his face.
That's a joke, son.
Very amusing, Mr. Coombs.
I remember Harrison. It was a green two-tone Kaiser Frazer, if I remember rightly.
Do you have the bill of sale?
It's in my office. Walk this way.
Walk this way.
That's a joke too, son.
Phelps, you mind if I shoot this guy? He's getting on my nerves.
So we just immediately get into the questioning.
There it is. Got the original pink slip there too.
So we now know.
Gene Archer, 146 North Fremont Avenue.
Let's see. Marquee Printing Company. So if these are fakes, it's possible the Marquee Printing Company knows something about it. Although if you're making fakes, why would you put your name on it? Cliff Anderson. See, there's a lot of handwritten things.
Legit, at least.
A lot of handwritten things here. But how much of this do you really have to read? Almost none of it. So there was nothing new to look at it twice.
We have a couple of questions.
All right, fellas. Shoot.
Details of the transaction.
Can you tell us how you came to buy the car?
Girl just wandered in right off the street.
That's probably true. And I've got nothing to doubt. No reason to doubt.
Nothing unusual about the car.
Not really my usual type of vehicle. The price was certainly right, though. Nice girl, but about as sharp as a bag of wet mice.
Did you pay with check or cash?
A check. She wanted it made out to cash, but I insisted. Man has to watch his cash flow.
What name?
I made it out to Gene Archer on the Bank of Arcadia.
We've dealt with the Bank of Arcadia before. Let's see.
Can you describe this Gene Archer?
Brunette, maybe 25, 26. A little on the plump side, but not bone ugly.
See, still have no reason to think he's lying.
What was your impression of her?
Kind of harried and harassed. In a hurry to go somewhere, but no place to go. You get to know the type.
Let's see, we got that right again. What's your association with Marquis?
Do you know anything about the company that prints these pink slips?
Nope. Should I? It isn't exactly my business.
No, I should just say that's true.
It says Marquee Printing. You've never heard of them?
Marquis. Sure. They do all the government red tape. You'll find the place down on Aliso Street near San Pedro.
So we got a new location, and he's just being totally honest. Let's keep going.
When exactly did you hand over the check, Mr. Coombs?
Close of play on Friday.
Do I have anything that would replace this? Check for used. Like, and I can't see the check, so any notes on it. Like, I never saw the check, though. Like, we have not seen that check. He just said he made something out. Let's see. Bill of sale. And see this too. Like, any of these receipts could question what he's saying, but I'm just gonna say truth.
So with the banks closed over the weekend,
I might be able to stop payment.
So that was wrong. I should have doubted him, and this is a major problem with this game. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I felt like I should doubt him, but the only reason I felt like I should doubt him is because he was moving his eyes slightly differently. And that this is a terrible gameplay mechanic to just look at somebody's face.
This was all above board.
Yes, of course it was.
Let's doubt that.
Did this look legitimate to you, Coombs?
I'm in used cars, son, not bearer bonds. In my business, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now don't come on all high and mighty with me if you want my help.
And see, that was right, and he still yelled at you.
We need to continue the investigation.
Hope you sort out your problem with Mr. Harrison. Go easy on him, son. Boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. He's built too low. Fastballs fly over his head.
Let me shoot this guy, please. You have a pleasant day, Mr. Coombs.
I don't think it's appropriate for police to, in front of other people,
off the hook, but we can still run an APB on Gene Archer. Get on the horn and call it in.
joke about shooting somebody. That just doesn't seem right. Good news is I can.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm just getting in the cars. Every car you've got.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
KTI Radio presents National.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
And see, it's my partner that's saying that, so he's either unhappy with me getting in the cars, or
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
he's unhappy with me not calling it in.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Some of these old cars have some really nice interiors. But they, of course, being old cars, are sorely missing the safety features you might want. Of course, new cars are also full of price increasing gadgets and extras.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
The truth of the matter is, cars should be considerably cheaper than what they are these days. So I went that whole way and unlocked only a couple of cars. But that is probably as dense as we're ever going to get. Never going to do anything at the mailboxes. They're just here in case you hit them when driving.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Requesting an APB on Gene Archer, age approximately 25, on suspicion of Grand Theft Auto.
I'll relay the information.
Messages for me, please.
A James Velasco is being held at Central Station on suspicion of GTA. Possible link to the Harrison case. They're waiting on you to conduct the interview.
Thank you.
So we can go interview James Palazzo if we want. Or we could go to, let's see, Fremont Avenue, or the Marquee Printing Company, or the Central Police Station. So you have a couple of different things. How many clues do we have already? A decent amount. The one thing we don't have is the Bank of Arcadia. So we unlocked a new outfit, which is, let's see, not the Sharpshooter, not the Sword of Justice, not Golden Boy. Must be Sunset Strip. And then go to the map. And we could go to the Stolen Vehicle Call, Fremont Avenue, Central Police Station, Marquee Printing Company, or we could take a moment out and do a street crime again, because we've unlocked one of those. And we've gone another 50 minutes. How are we on our statistics? We did one more story case, which is 6 of 21, so we're hardly burning down the house with the number of story cases completed, particularly since I'm pretty sure that they are going to get even longer in eventually. So we may end up spending 3 hours on one case. It's getting close to 30 to 45 minutes on just one case. Street crimes, we're trying to compete with that. Landmarks, we've only found one. Film reels, we haven't found any. Probably won't find any. Vehicles, we found 15 of 95. So at least we're down the path towards that. And then the newspapers viewed, we found 2 of 13. And somehow that means we're 20.3% complete with everything, which seems crazy. Current rank 8. We're still getting ranks pretty quickly. Total clues 51. Total time searching 30 minutes. Honestly, I feel like the game should have been a lot more. We've spent maybe 5 hours worth of gameplay, and only 30 minutes of it was investigating. In a weird way, this could have just been, it could have been 3 hours of investigating and the rest of it just interrogating. Those are the two good parts of this game. We got our max speed up to 77.88 miles per hour, which is kind of high considering how old these cars are. We haven't gotten into any more brawling lately. I suppose next time somebody has a suspect, I should not shoot them. And instead I should see if I could negotiate my way so that it stops happening. Apparently we've gotten 0 of 20 shields. So I don't know what you have to do to do that. We've had 7 failures. We've gotten 2 partner hints. I didn't mean to. Deaths by gunshot 3. Deaths by knockout 0. Distance traveled on foot, which is, let's see, 1.77 miles. I suppose you could just walk everywhere if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to do that though. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.